Hello everyone, happy Valentine's Day. Hopefully I get this uploaded in time, but I don't think so. Today we're going to be making guaranteed to get you laid beef lasagna from Maddie Matherson. So you're going to need a lot of things. You're going to need 4 pounds of ground beef, 80-20 is what I got. You're going to need 2 whole things of beef stock because we're going to use 4 1/4 cups of beef stock. You're going to need some canola oil, olive oil. You're going to need 3 pounds of mozzarella cheese. You can use shredded mozzarella cheese, but he likes to slice this. You can get these too. These are great. You're going to need 3 eggs. You're going to need a box of lasagna. Usually the boxes come in a pound, but these came in ½ pound, so you need about a pound of that. You're going to need a nice whole bunch of fresh parsley. You're going to need some chili powder, or you can use your dad's dried pepperoncini, but if your dad isn't around or nobody knows how to make dried pepperoncini, you're just going to have to use chili powder. You're going to use 3 tablespoons of chili powder. You're going to need 1 whole carrot, 1 whole onion. You're going to need 6 cloves of garlic, so go buy a head of garlic if you didn't get one. You're going to need some whole milk. You're going to use 2 cups of whole milk, and then you're going to use a 1/4 cup of tomato paste. And then you're also going to want to have some Parmesan cheese too. If you're buying it by ounces, it's about what, 8 3/4 ounce, so about 9 ounces of Parm cheese that we're going to put on here. All right, so now that we have the ingredients all done, we're going to go to the video to get this onion cut up.
Where'd the onion go? Chuck it.
First thing you're going to do is take your canola oil, get your Dutch oven right on the stove here, and put it right on high heat. Put your canola oil and make a nice covering right over the bottom. If you have you should be using a Dutch oven. If you do not have one, get one of the Le Croissant ones. Is that how you say it? Whatever. They're the cheaper ones, but I'm using one of those Denby ones because they were on sale. They're really good. So we'll start to get our meat right in here. Just take your hands, just in chunks. Just throw that meat right in there. All right, with all the meat in there, you want to get your olive oil now. You want to get this started on medium heat. That should be good. Get some olive oil in there. There we go. A little bit more. There we go. Basically, we want to brown this meat up really good. So it'll take a little bit of time here to brown this up. So while that's browning up and you're getting this heated up, we're gonna do our garlic a little bit. So just cut it up real nice. All right, we'll start to get our onions. Just move these. Get our onions going at least. Try not to get your garlic in there. Garlic out. Alright, let me mix this again. Alright, now with our garlic here, dice it up real nice. Now once it's somewhat diced up, put a little kosher salt right inside of it. And if you run the back of your knife along it, should just puree up pretty nice. If it doesn't, it's whatever. Stir this up a little bit here. Stir my meat up some more. Fuck, this thing's hot. fuck. I started to burn my glove a little bit. It's a little close to the stove, so I guess that's the fire you get. I'm gonna put in my garlic. We gotta do our carrot too. So with your carrot, after it's been cut, get yourself a cheese grater. Just fucking grate the shit out of your carrot. That way you get little tiny chunks. You don't have to have huge chunks on there. And the cheese grater will work great for this. Now make sure your carrot is nice and flat too when you're doing this. Stir everything over there again. Alright, we're gonna add in our carrot into here. Mix this around. And we'll let this saute here for another minute. Starting to get that little bit of caramelization in there. So what we're going to do is, we're going to give it just another second here. And then we're going to add that tomato paste into here. And you can see our meat over here is doing real nice. Alright, we're going to add that tomato paste right into here now. And we're going to add in our chili powder as well. There we go. We're going to cook this for about 5 minutes or so, stirring quite often. We'll mix this together real good. That cook and try and get rid of that tomato flavor. Should only take about 5 minutes. Stir our beef boy around. If you got any huge chunks of meat in there like I do, just try and get them a little bit smaller. Fucked up, you're supposed to put this in with it. So I'm gonna put the beef broth right in here. Fuck, I knew I fucked something up. Get this in here. Bring this up to a boil and try and reduce it a little bit. I thought you were supposed to add the beef broth to the meat later after you get all those veggies in, so I burn a little bit to the pan here, but it should be alright. Should be fine. Now it should be less of a red and more of a brown. Now mine looks brown on my screen. On my actual viewpoint, it looks red on your screen. I kind of fucked this up already. I'm a little pissed. Okay, I fucked up again. I was actually supposed to put all of this together. I actually wasn't supposed to continue cooking this together. I was actually supposed to cook it right in here, so I kind of fucked that up. So we'll put all this together here. We're going to bring it to a boil and we're going to keep stirring it, and we're going to reduce the sauce down about halfway, and then once we reduce it halfway, we're going to put a little bit of milk in here. So I got to stir real good. So give me some time here to stir this all together. It's going to take about 15 minutes or so here for it to reduce real good. It's boiling like crazy. So I'm actually gonna turn it down just a wee bit so I don't overboil. Stir a little bit so nothing burns. Yeah, if you're gonna do this, you better have a pretty big ass fucking cast iron pan, or reduce his entire recipe by maybe half. Alright, so while we're waiting for that, we might as well get the parsley all chopped up here. I'm gonna cut off the ends. I want the end of the parsley. Just take your parsley and fucking just cut like crazy. Just dice the shit out of it, while also making sure to remember you're stirring your pot behind you every couple minutes here. Now if you don't get all the leaves, it's not a huge deal. Won't hurt nothing. Will not hurt nothing at all. There we go. It's good enough for me on the parsley. Gotta stir this up again. I got one hell of a mess over here, I'll tell you what. We're reducing a little bit in there though. I've probably been reducing now for about, I don't know, like 15 minutes or so. I'm still a little thinner on stuff, so I'm probably gonna do it like another 5 minutes or so before I add in the milk. As you can see, I'm still pretty liquidy, though he had a slightly larger container than I did, so I think that helped him a little bit too in reducing, but should be alright. Like I said, I'm gonna give it another like 5-10 minutes or so, and we should be reducing pretty good. We're actually been reducing real good though. We were up to, you could see the line we were up to up here. We reduced quite a bit so far, but we got a little bit more to go. So I'm stirring, it's emulsifying, it's reducing, it's smelling great. Alright, I think it looks pretty good. When you mix it around, you get a lot of the meat in here, which is what I want to see. He described it as wanting to look like a meat sludge, but you know, if you say something is supposed to look like a sludge, that doesn't sound very appetizing. So we're just gonna say it's supposed to look like a mountain of meat, and we want to reduce the rest of the crap. But I think this looks pretty good reduced wise. So we're gonna get our milk here, and we're going to add in half this milk to start. I almost did it perfect. See? Look at that. Almost. Just a little bit more. Add it in half to start. We're going to stir it around. We're going to reduce this for another 5 minutes or so, and then we'll add in the other half of it. Then we'll reduce that too. Now, mine's redder than his because he used different kinds of dried chili than I did. If you're going to use red chili, it's obviously going to turn out red, especially if you're using 3 tablespoons of it. So don't worry too much about that. Just don't panic like I did on the earlier part, where I put the tomato paste in, and then I was like, oh shit, am I supposed to put the beef broth in here? And then I did. Now just put the tomato paste together in there with the chili powder, mix it for a couple minutes, and then throw it in here, and then put the beef broth in. Don't be shy. Alright, I think this should be reduced just enough. We're gonna add in the other 1 cup of milk, and we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna let this fucking reduce again. Stir it up, let it reduce. Now, if you think when it's done that there's too much liquid still in it, God did invent spoons with fucking holes through them to drain some of the liquids. So you will be fine. But I think I should be just great even without straining it. But we will see. And then I get bored after 45 minutes, so I just end up with this greasy mess all over the place. Alright, so I'm going to give this one last stir here. I'm pretty much happy with it. I think it should be reduced enough. See, my meat looks pretty good. Alright, so what you want to do is turn it off, get it off the stove here, and we're going to move it to a nice protected surface. Put it right there. Now, while that's cooling off, there's one other thing we got to do. Push that back a little bit. So now we got to get 3 egg yolks inside of there. So I'm going to do it the fun way. I'm going to crack it and then I'm going to break it through my hand. See if I can't just get the egg yolk without breaking it. Come on. There we go. Wonderful. Oh, fuck. And then I forgot what I was doing and just fucking fucked it up everywhere. My stock just spilled back there. Good thing I didn't want it anyway. Alright, so with your egg yolk and your mess back in the corner, fucking hell, just put your egg right in one at a time and stir that right around inside of there. Put this somewhere, Jesus Christ. Stir that right in there, make it emulsify, you know, the good stuff, so it's not just making an egg. There we go. We'll get the next egg cracked and in there. Let's see if I broke this one. I did not. I got a little shut. Fuck. Can I do it? Can I grab it without breaking the eggshell? The egg yolk. I did. I actually fucking grabbed it without breaking the egg yolk. Oh, fuck, I broke it anyway. Fuck. This is what God invented rags for, too. Oh, that fucking shit leaked everywhere. It's gonna be fucking burnt onto my cast iron. Break this one. I caught this one pretty good. We'll just dump that right in there and we'll stir these in. Get it right inside that meat here. And I gotta move all this crap real quick. Alright, let me move all this crap real quick and we'll start building our lasagna. Alright, so after fixing my mess a little bit, and if I stir this around, I have it nice and thick here. So I like it. I think this should be fine how it is. If I don't like it, I will get a spoon with a hole in it. But the first thing you want to do is you don't even want to spray it out. Now I have the my baking dish on top of a metal one because all the cheese and shit we're gonna put on it, if it bakes over, you want something underneath it to catch so you're not just gonna get it all over your oven. Now first thing you want to do is make a bottom layer of your meats. The sides here. Probably could use a even smaller dish. I do not have a smaller one here. I did not think, as per usual, to get a smaller dish. So we'll make one layer on the bottom. Alright, so it's a little wetter than I wanted, so I just got the spoon with the hole on it. But with the meat on the bottom, we're going to cut up some of this cheese here. So we're going to make some nice slices in here. So if you're gonna do it like this, don't cut yourself. There we go. Layer this all along the bottom here. That piece is gonna be a little thick, but that's okay. Alright, with your cheese on the bottom here, then you're gonna do a layer of the noodles. Okay, with our layer of noodles, now we're going to do another layer of the meat. that meat right in there. Then we're gonna do some of our parsley in here. Put the parsley right in the middle layer. If you don't use all the parsley, it's fine. Use a majority of it, and then we're gonna put a little bit of parsley on the top of it too, just for coloring. Put some cheese in here. Go. Put another layer of noodles on here. There we go. And then I'm gonna have some excess noodles here, but I'm gonna go last layer of our meats, put right on the top here. Just with whatever you got left, put it right on the top, don't be shy. Oh good, I didn't burn as much to the bottom as I thought I would. Just a tiny bit. Okay, I'm just gonna, you know, dice this fucking shit up here. I'm just gonna throw this on the top as well. Little random chunks. There we go. Just to use it up for the hell of it. Now we want to grate the shit out of some Parm cheese right on top of this as well. Just take your Parm cheese and just fucking go fucking wild. Be fucking here grinding for like 3 days. Great. So we're gonna put a little more parsley on top just for coloring. There we go. And then the last thing we need to do is take your favorite olive oil, the stuff that you love, do a light drizzle all the way around it. I'm hoping this comes out light. Ooh, that did not come out light. There we go. Should be good enough. And then throw this in the oven for like 35-40 minutes. There we go, to the oven we go. Should be ready. Fucking thing is heavy, Jesus Christ. This thing must weigh like 10 fucking pounds. Now while that's in the oven, clean up your shit and call your girlfriend or whoever you're gonna have your romantic date with. Get your shit set up. You got 40 minutes to get ready for it. So get that all set up. Alright, it's been 35 minutes, so let's take a look at this beautiful beast. See how we look. Oh, let me just pull this whole fucking thing out like this. We getting there. I'm gonna give it probably another 10 more minutes. It's pretty greasy on there, and my noodles are not quite done on the sides anyway, so we'll give it a little bit longer. So I think I'll be ready. We'll take these out. Pull this a little bit. It is quite liquidy. Not exactly what I wanted there. Let's close this up a little bit. Alright, so we'll let this sit for like 10 minutes or so. Just some of the side lasagna is a little raw, but the rest of it should hopefully be cooked all the way. And we'll try it out. Alright, this should be good enough to serve. Now get your longest chef's knife and start cutting some pieces right in here. I'm gonna start with a small piece for myself. Let's see if I can't get it out. Fuck me. We'll put that partially on the plate. We'll actually try and get a better piece out here. Let's cut right through. we go. Fucking Christ, the cheese pull. We'll get that over there. It looks a little sloppy there. I guess I gotta cut it slightly better. Just put this on my plate. There we go. Alright, let's see if I can't actually get a good piece cut. We'll just cut right from the middle. We'll try and actually cut right on the glass here. If I remembered where I put my noodles on the tray, this probably wouldn't have been as bad as I'm making it out to be. There we go. That's a slightly better one. There we go. I'll take Amberlin's getting the meat slop. So my date's getting the meat slop. So we'll just put a little bit more noodles. Let me see if I can't cut a better piece. Cut a little more in here. At least cut a presentable piece. There we go. That'll come out a little bit better. Let me move this meat slop. Get another plate. Here we go. This one should be a better piece here. Alright, and we got to put a little bit of salad on here. So we'll take some of our salad. We'll cover the side of this here. Take some salad, cover the side of this one. We'll take some salad and we'll cover the side of this one up here. And there you have it. Let me go set it up. Let me take my dinner over to my dates. Oop, I dropped some lettuce. And hopefully you have everything all set up. So we're gonna try these out live here in just a minute. So I cooked it up earlier, I wrapped it, and you can see it's a lot browner and a little bit better. I even drained more grease out of it, but you can still see all that grease in there. I put it in the fridge for a little bit. But I had to bake it again through my pizza oven for like 20 fucking minutes at 450, make sure the noodles cooked up. So if you're gonna do this, make sure you cook it a little bit longer. But I gave it to a couple people. They said it was really good. The beef had good flavor, but it's a heartattack, and fucking Maddie's a bigger grease wizard than Cobra is. But hey, it's really good. I'd do a couple things different. Like I wouldn't do a meme with sliced cheese. I'd actually do shredded mozzarella in there. And I would make sure to reduce long enough or use a little bit less liquid. And I wouldn't fuck around with the pasta noodles like I did before. But other than that, it was really good. Whew, that was a good night. Oh no, this is the wrong type of pussy.